I'm Jane Kiley and welcome to Weddings, the show that follows the fortunes of two couples who are about to get married. Last week we met Ricky and Shona, a couple who've been engaged for 7 years. They're struggling to renovate their house and build a venue for a wedding, as well as find time to buy Ricky a suit.
Are you going to actually be wearing a suit or jeans or shorts?
I'll leave my suit here.
I ain't going to marry if you're going to be wearing those dangers, eh? Look at them.
I'll just give them a bit of a wash, they'll be right.
Also tonight, we meet Helen and Fraser, a couple who are spending mega bucks on their wedding and aren't worried what other people think.
If people did say, oh, you're being pretentious and you're just showing off, we are. I don't have any issues in saying it.
First up tonight, it's back to Ricky and Shona, and that suit problem has reached crisis level. Time for some action.
Put your arms up. Oh, okay.
Finally, a sign of progress on the suits, in the nick of time, eh, boys? With just a day until the wedding.
109.
Yeah, no, I think I've still got a little bit of time, but yeah, it is a bit late. I've got all the boys here now, so that's a good thing. We can all just go in there and hopefully I've got everything right for us and away we go.
And your five, round your five.
Take music. 63.
I had to wait for Shana to bring me some money because she's took the checkbook. So I've been stuck at home. That's my excuse why I didn't go there.
Ricky and the boys have finally taken steps, but they're cutting it fine. Just face it, Ricky, you're up to your neck in it.
Yeah.
I think we might even miss the shop. Might have to be tomorrow morning. But I'm not too sure yet. We'll just see what happens.
There's still last-minute jobs, but Ricky and Shona have managed to make over the entire property in just 3 weeks.
Well, I suppose it's just got to be done, you know, so no use worrying about it and that. Just hook in there and see what happens after that.
Though there are other worries too.
The weather doesn't look too good for tomorrow. I think she's going to cut up pretty rough.
Never mind the weather, how's Shona going to react when she hears you still haven't got the suits?
I don't think I'm going to make her to get those suits tonight because he took the checkbook. And,
yeah, no, I took the checkbook. Sorry about that. I didn't realise I had it.
So I'll have to get them in the morning.
And where's that, Thames?
No, Hamilton now.
Just about finished.
It's the morning of the wedding and family and friends are pitching in where they can.
I think Shona is just like running around like a
Actually, I probably wouldn't encourage her to get away and have a few hours by herself.
Yeah, they both need to just chill out for a little bit.
There's no time for that, but there is time for romance.
Will they have a feet?
Shona designed Ricky's ring and he designed hers. Their designs for each other are a surprise until the ceremony.
So that's that jade. Wow.
And that's his birthstone.
Well, what a great imagination.
Vincent Grove.
And now it's Ricky's turn to see how the jeweller perfected his design.
Oh, have a look. Quick,
So
quick.
do I, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Better than how I described it. See the 3 notches there for the kids.
Oh, neat.
And just add one every
Excellent.
time you have one. Fill it up.
Oh, man, I hope the ring doesn't come too short.
We're just getting it all sorted out. If the rain wasn't here, we'd have been even more on track because we would have had time to just relax.
No time to sit about. A little shelter is needed to get the food finished. Luckily, the neighbours are lending a helping hand.
It won't affect the wedding. How can you affect a wedding? It's going to be a beautiful day regardless.
Though there's still no sign of the groom, who's on a mission to get the suits and another marquee, so the wedding can take place on the same spot Ricky's parents were married on. On the plus side, the hungy's on the way, and fingers crossed the rain will ease.
You don't think so? As long as the kids are up there comfortable, it'll take a while.
Finally, Ricky's back from Hamilton with his mission accomplished, a marquee and something to wear for the ceremony. But what exactly?
3:18, hour and 12 minutes.
They've still got to get the marquee up and get ready. Will they make it on time? Our next couple couldn't be more different. Helen and Fraser are both high flyers in the computer industry. They're spending a small fortune on their wedding, but if it hadn't been for Helen, they may not have got together at all.
I believe the trousers are long.
Come here.
Yay! Oh, sweetheart. Do you know what you look like?
No.
You look like a little schoolboy.
Thanks for that.
Helen and Fraser met nearly 2 years ago when Fraser was called in to fix some computer problems at Helen's work.
I was responsible for the IT systems. We'd had quite a few technical challenges, and I phoned our support company up and then asked them to send out somebody who could actually fix it this time.
The support company sent their top man, who just happened to be Fraser.
I came back from the meeting to find Fraser on the floor of my server room, and I was like, ooh, he's cute. He's really cute.
I liked her when I first saw her, but was sort of like very tentative, and especially being an employee-employer sort of scenario, it was quite difficult.
You know, if anything was ever wrong, I was able to ring him and, you know, have a little play, have a little flirt, and get him to come to the office. And unbeknown to him, I'd be putting my best lippy on and my best suit on if I knew he was coming round.
I liked Helen when I first saw her, but had, for some strange reason, assumed that she must either have a boyfriend already or be in a relationship, or was too busy, or was, you know, somewhere out of reach for me.
I used to come and stand behind him, and I used to look at the back of his neck, and I used to think the back of his neck was so sexy, and I would just stand there looking at his... It was very sad. I was obsessed.
Timmy looks good.
Oh, you've got holes in
Yeah, I tried to figure out the wood, though. They haven't got holes, they're just worn a bit thin.
Oh, okay.
Very thin, but they're not really holy.
Fraser remained totally unaware of Helen's feelings, and it might have stayed that way if it wasn't for a dodgy laptop.
I rang him up on a Friday night at 9 o'clock and said, oh, my laptop's broken. And he said, oh, where do you live? He fixed my laptop in about 3 minutes. And, because there was virtually nothing wrong with it anyway.
Because it all happened so quickly, you sort of felt a bit uncomfortable going, right, that's it, thanks very much, I'm walking out the door. So I mean, we got talking and just realised that we had so much in common. And I don't know if it was a ploy of hers to sort of keep me talking or what.
He would, bless him, no idea what my agenda was. Not a clue.
I basically made it to the door. I made it outside the door and said, right, I'm going now. And Helen just stood there and went, is that it then? And I was like, I couldn't figure out what she was talking about, and then all of a sudden it just hit me like someone had thrown a brick at me.
And he suddenly went, oh, I see. And it was just hysterical. It was the funniest thing. And that was it. He never went home. You look lovely, hon. Fraser Simpson in a suit. My goodness.
See, that jacket does look better.
Does it?
Yeah, it does actually. Yeah. I was wrong. Did I say that?
So you have got that on camera. Normally you wouldn't have a camera when she says things like that.
No,
I was wrong. Yeah. It's amazing. Can I have some copies of that, please?
Although they'd been happily living together for 18 months, Fraser had never thought of marriage. But once again, Helen had another agenda.
Traditionally, on the 29th of February on Leap Day, that's the one chance that girls have to ask their boyfriends to marry them. We were watching the telly, and I decided that I had to ask him, because this was my one chance and I wasn't going to get another chance for 4 years. So I asked him if he would marry me, and he didn't answer me straight away, and he was well aware that with it being leap year, there was only today that I could ask him for the next 4 years.
And I wasn't sure at that point whether she was joking or serious, so I made sure that I left it till the very last minute, because it was about 11:59.
He waited for the clock to count down to midnight, and he said yes at 23:59.
I thought I'd run it out to the boundaries before I said yes, just to make her sweat a little bit, just for fun. But I think she knew that I'd say yes regardless.
But if it's been smooth sailing so far, this is one wedding that's about to hit troubled water.
Together forever.
After the break, we find out just how much Helen and Fraser will be spending on their wedding.
We're committed to about $32,000.
And time's running out for Ricky and Shona. But what will Ricky be wearing?
Yeah, still got a few minutes left.
Welcome back. It's a week before Helen and Fraser's wedding, and they're getting ready for a barbecue for some of their 20 international guests.
We love you, Fraser. Must have short honeymoon. We need you. Yay. Oh, this is a good one. Well, Fraser, it's never too late to come out of the closet. Yay! Oh, that's great.
Helen and Fraser are making big bucks in the IT industry, and they aren't afraid to spend that money on a wedding day their friends and family will always remember.
As of now, we're committed to about $32,000. Depending on where we go on honeymoon, that will be more around the $40,000 figure.
Part of that involves paying for Fraser's brother Mark and Helen's mum Elizabeth to come out from England, paying for accommodation for one of the bridesmaids, and the cost of a lavish wedding reception.
We earn enough to be able to do it. We have the kind of lifestyle that makes it not out of place.
Although Helen's future parents-in-law think the expense is a little unnecessary.
We perhaps don't agree with the cost of everything and the cost and the money spent, but then again, I suppose that's a sign of the times.
Yeah, it's because we're old-fashioned. And when you come from Yorkshire, you don't spend tuppence where a penny will do.
I mean, the Yorkshire people taught the Scots how to do it, so it's always a good sign as well.
Because Fraser and Helen have been living together for 18 months, Fraser's mother June doesn't believe it's appropriate for Helen to be wearing a veil.
I said, you know my views on it, and you know that I am not altogether agreeable with what you're going to do, but you're going to do it anyway. And I know that whatever you do, you make the right decision.
So let's hope they make the right decision when it comes to using their pre-wedding barbecue gift.
As you approach a special time where you stand together and say, be mine, a little gift to help you on your way.
Fraser, it's a whip.
It's something they can enjoy together, but something they may experience never.
Despite the gift and even after the wedding, children may not be the first thing on the agenda.
Where are they going?
You've got to get your priorities right. And,
Yeah, cars.
Fraser wants a Ferrari.
Yeah, there you go. See, and then once we've got a Ferrari, we can put a baby seat in it, and then...
Obviously, it has to
baby.
be like a 456 GT,
Yeah,
so you
yeah.
could get one in the back.
No, me and the baby.
Oh, do I not get to go in the Ferrari?
No.
No, good.
Helen and Fraser are mad on cars, and as well as a Ferrari becoming the first new member of their family, it will be 6 Ferraris that deliver them to their wedding.
I'm excited about the Ferraris. Ferraris will be great. I haven't seen many other brides in a yellow 348 Spider, so yeah, I think that'll be pretty damn cool.
If people did say, oh, you're being pretentious and you're just showing off, we are. I don't have any issues in saying it. I mean, the point being is she's probably really embarrassed about that, but it's true.
Helen's promised Fraser the wedding party will arrive in $3 million worth of Ferrari, so this is one wedding that should run to time. But will it? A world away, and it's less than an hour before Ricky and Shona's big moment. Everything's ready, except the bride and groom.
Oh, you look beautiful.
Shona and her contingent are getting ready at a motel.
You look beautiful.
Little angels.
Good girl.
Yep, very pretty. But hang on, Shona, shouldn't you be getting into your frock? Back at the farm, the locals are pitching in to put down the hangi.
We've got some good men, and you know that they're going to be doing their side, so you can take off and you can do your side, and if everyone does their bit, sure, she'll come off all right.
But hang on, the bride's still dressing the kids. Shona, it's time to get yourself beautiful.
Oh, she always looks beautiful to me anyway, so I think, you know, just today she's going to really turn it on.
Things are starting to steam at the farm, and the boys are swinging into action.
Yeah, still got a few minutes left.
And now they're racing. The bridesmaids are also running late.
Well, you're not going to get there by 4:30, I'm afraid. What's the time? 4 o'clock. But then again, she'll just leave her dress on walking out the door too, won't she? Well, someone's got to be late.
Here's the flowers for the buttonholes.
That's right, Ricky's got a suit.
Some more of this. Smells nice. I don't know what it is,
I did the right size, so shit. Sorry. You missed a bit.
How many minutes we've had to do this? 2 minutes, I think, isn't it?
9 minutes, 8 minutes.
9 minutes, record time. Yeah, well, no, I'm pretty nervous now. I don't know. Oh, the sun's come out, that's sweeter, you know. But everything else. Just got to do it. So here.
Feel the nerve, Shona?
Not quite yet.
Not quite?
No, I can feel a little tinge there.
Yeah, yeah?
A little tinge.
A little bit of a, what do you know? A bit solid as a rock. Oh look, the sun's even coming out now, look at that.
Yes, the weather's even come up trumps, but more importantly, so has the bride.
Shona, you look absolutely magnificent.
Thanks, Mother.
Together forever. After the break, it's party time for Fraser and Helen. And after all their work, Shona gets her fairy tale wedding. Welcome back. And next we go along for the ride on Helen's Hen Night.
So here we go.
This is it.
The party begins
You don't
right
know where
here
you're
and now.
going. I know I don't.
Helen's been doing most of the wedding organisation, so for her hen's night, her bridesmaids Sheridan and Alex have taken over. Little does Helen know what they've got in store for her.
Okay, drivers ready?
But for Fraser, it's no surprise when he decides to flag his stag night for a weekend of fast cars. He's the North Island remote car racing champion and he's out there defending his title.
I won that recently in Wellington in 2 classes, the same 2 classes I'm running here, and hopefully I can win both classes here today.
While Fraser's out of town, the next part of Helen's surprise has just turned up. Could it be a potential suitor?
She's getting married.
No.
Yeah.
It's Helen. It's special occasion. I come here with special message for you. Oh, you poor little thing. Oh, no longer virgin. Look, I come here with something special for you. My father, he sent me here with a ring to find wife in New Zealand. We see how ring fits your finger, and then we see how I fit your ring.
While Helen's defending her honour, Fraser is reflecting on his luck on finding such a great woman.
I think I was lucky to find a partner who has a passion for cars. It's very difficult to find women that share that passion. I mean, Helen loves cars and I love cars, and so she understands. That's one of the best things about it, is she understands why I do it and what drives me, and why I spend money.
And as Fraser successfully defends his title, Helen grapples with a waiter from Barcelona. If Helen doesn't run off with Manuel, we'll have more from them next week. But finally the moment Ricky and Shona have worked so hard for. It's the crucial moment for Ricky while he waits for his bride. Their children Tamika and Zane are leading the way with the help of Uncle Vernon. It's been many years and a lot of hard work to get to this moment, and it's all a bit much for Ricky.
Marriage is the touching and flowing together of 2 life streams, the joining together of 2 strands in a web of the universe.
But there's a missing link. Where are the rings?
What you got there? You got something for me?
I don't know. What do you mean?
What's this?
There's only one thing to declare.
I love you.
Shona? Too.
I'll give you this ring.
I give you this ring.
In token of the circle of perfection.
And tenderness I will surround you with.
You may kiss the bride. And I pronounce you husband and wife.
7 years after the proposal, Ricky and Shona are well and truly wed.
Daddy, love Mummy.
To mark the occasion, Ricky's nephew Andre leads the haka. And with that, Shona is officially part of the Taikato whānau.
Oh, here we are. Oh, sorry about the din, mate.
Congratulations, Mr. and Mrs. Taikato. Next week, we see Helen and Fraser all set for their big moment, but things are not going to plan.
Helen's sister Rachel appears to have somehow got left behind and has managed to find her way into a city somewhere and is lost and doesn't know how to get out because she's from Hawaii.
And we meet Neelam and Shailendra, a young couple bewildered by the ways of tradition.
I don't have a clue what's going on.
That's next week on Weddings. See you then.